Good morning. It is 6:27 a.m. on Monday, January 27th, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Yeah, that's right. It's me. And it's 5 more minutes. So, today is sort of, I was going to say it's the big day, but it's not actually. It's like Big Day Eve. But after work today, I'm going to be driving to the general vicinity of the breeder where my new puppy is. And then tomorrow, I get to pick up said puppy and bring him home. I'm very excited. Uh, I'm certainly going to, so what that means is that tomorrow's video will be me in the hotel having not yet picked up the puppy. But Wednesday, plus, also, if you follow me on Twitter and so on, I'm sure there will be new pictures. So that's exciting. So I have to also just make sure I've got everything I need packed up into the car before I head there, and I have to go to the bank and just various other little things like that. But it's pretty much all arranged, so should go smooth, I think. I'm excited. I'm excited, you guys. So, in other news, yesterday I went to the movies and saw the new adaptation of Little Women, directed by Greta Gerwig. And, it's really good. So, Little Women is one of those stories that I'm certainly always aware of, but I don't think I'd ever actually consumed any version of it. I hadn't read the book. I hadn't seen any other, like, I think that there's been other movies of it for sure, right? Um, yeah, but the point is that I felt like I knew a fair amount about it in general, in very broad strokes, just from hearing other people talk about it. But I'd never really, you know, checked it out. And so on that basis, I don't feel like I have 100% of like I don't have the complete understanding of the ways that this one cleverly adapts the story, but I have a general understanding that the book itself takes place in, linear chronological order. It is, the girls starting young and just telling their story in order. But the movie is constantly cross-cutting back and forward all the time to take events that resonate with one another and bring them together and to foreshadow and to reflect on lots of these things, like obviously some of these names won't mean anything to you if you don't know the story, but if you do know the story and just haven't seen this movie, for example, the very first time we see Laurie is when Amy is in Europe with Aunt Marge, and all we know at that point is Amy is glad to see him, but a little dismayed that he seems like he's not over, it's like, I don't know why Joe turned you down. Like, that's the very first conversation we have with that character in the movie version. But then it's like, gonna go back and explore the whole thing. And there, it's really good. Like, so I can definitely see how the story is also good just in the traditional way. But I feel like that the whole cross-cutting thing really is a neat way to sort of capture that frequently when we experience things in our lives, they remind us of prior events in our lives. And also sometimes, we're looking ahead to like what we think is going to happen in the future, and having these two things all kind of tied together. In some ways, I have to imagine it's a little bit like how it feels for someone who does know the story already to reread it or something, because it's constantly a case where you're reading these early scenes, but you know what's going to happen later, and that doesn't ruin it. It resonates more. You know, some of these little things become more meaningful, not less, because you know what happens later and stuff like that. And so I feel like this version really captures that, and it's got great performances. Um, the directing is really good. I definitely cried in it. Although I'm going to briefly just sidetrack that I feel like a lot of movies have made me cry recently. 1917, Rocket Man, and Little Women all definitely made me cry to the point of, tears down my cheeks and everything. Um, and I think that that might be less of, I mean, part of it is just that I happen to be watching Oscar nominated movies, so just generally they're good. But I think the other piece of it is just that maybe with New Puppy coming, I'm just a little bit more emotionally open right now. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Little Women, very good. Um, I think, yeah, I liked it a lot. So, all right. So by the time I talk to you tomorrow, I will be in a different place, and I will talk to you from there. And then the day after that, I will have a new puppy. Or at least, when I do my video, it'll be the first time I'm doing a video with it. You get it. You guys are smart. You get it. So I'm going to leave it there for right now so I can get ready for work. And I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.